are so many opinions out there on what to value. And this video will give you a perspective that you'll be able to trust. Where do you start from your history? We're trying to figure out, what should I value? What should I treasure most? Well, it starts with you. Think about when you were a little baby, your parents, where you grew up, how those values impacted you. I always share the story. I grew up in Chicago, and just to use politics, I know you're not supposed to talk about politics, but this is a great example so people can understand. Chicago was a Democratic city. Mayor Daley ruled with a iron fist. You had to pay him. It was all kinds of great stuff. Because of my environment where I was brought up, I thought, oh, I'm a Democrat, because that was my environment. That's what I valued. I valued being a Democrat. I identified with being a Democrat. And then I go to college, get a job in Fortune 500 company, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Now I'm a Republican because my environment changed. So my value changed. What I valued changed. What I treasured as far as politics changed. So it's not the best example, but it's an example of, you have to look back at your history in any area. Look at how you treat other people. What do you value? What is your character? What are the things that are sacred to you? And it starts with your history. So the good news is, it isn't necessarily who you are. It's just your environment, how you grew up. So if there's something you value, that you kind of think, oh, I wish I didn't value this. Maybe it's eating chocolate cake every day or something. I don't know. You can change those values. That's the key. So on this journey to understand what it is I should value, you have to go back as an individual and look at your history. And then you have to be honest with yourself. This is another big one. Honest with yourself is the key. This isn't something you go and you share with somebody else. You do it. You spend some quiet time with yourself and just say, I'm going to be honest with myself. And here are the things that I value. Get out a sheet of paper, write them down, brainstorm them. Here's what I value, the good stuff, the bad. I'm a big Chicago Bears fan. I value the Chicago Bears. Okay, that's fine. I value that. But I got to think about that and say, oh, okay, is this something I should value or not? Are there unhealthy aspects of that thing? And you can go all over the board. I value running. I value reading books. I value reading book studies. Whatever it is, whatever you value, it's going to paint a picture for you. That's why you have to be honest with what it is that you value. And that's why I want you to do this on your own, so you're not worried about the opinions of others, because the opinions of others will just overwhelm us. There's so many opinions out there, and don't rely on science or research or anything. This is just an internal exercise for you. So you go back to your history, and then you're honest with yourself, jot it down, brainstorm, and then be open to new awareness is the next piece. I am open now to new awareness. I value this. What could I value instead? Because I don't kind of like this value that I have here. What can I do instead? I think about, with me, back to my Bears example, when I moved out here to North Carolina, I always had DirecTV, so I could watch every Bear game, no matter where I lived. Well, here, because I'm in the mountains and surrounded by trees, they couldn't get a signal in. So for the first time in I don't know how long, I couldn't watch the game. And I felt this peace come over me. It was okay. So in that case, I think God helped me to realign my value. The sports, the Bears, had become too big of an influence in my life. It was out of proportion. And I didn't need somebody to tell me that. Someone maybe could have, but I didn't need that, because in this case, the Holy Spirit helped me see it. God helped me see it. But that's what you can do. That's what I can do. And that's what I do now, is continually I'm trying to work on this process myself. So be open to new awareness. Again, you have to be radically self-critical. It's okay to judge yourself. You can't judge another person. Another person can't judge you, but you can judge yourself. That's fine. But you're doing it in a way to be open to some new awareness. What are some new things that I can? And the next point is, it isn't about me or you. All right, so once you've reflected and you see, oh gosh, these are what I value, then to realize, it's really not about me. We were designed to serve others. That's why we were here. That's what Jesus did. He taught us that that's what we're here to do. We're here to serve others, to love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So that means you got to love yourself That's great doing things like this to understand what I should value is the right thing, because now I'm loving myself. I'm taking the time to search for and become who God created me to be. And on that journey, you're going to find it isn't about me or you. It's just not about us, which is what the world teaches us. It's all about us. So it's a countercultural message, but there is so much freedom in that if you really live into it, because now the pressure is off. It's not about me being the best me and comparing to someone else. You know, I just heard an ad on, I forget where I heard it, but one of the biggest issues out there is women with their body image, like young girls being ashamed of their bodies. So there's an actual movement to help young women with that, which is the direct result of our culture. Get back to the roots. Realize it's not about, it doesn't mean that you don't optimize who you are, you don't eat healthy, you don't do all the things. That's great. But you're not doing it for you, selfish. It's to honor God. That's why you're doing it. He gave us this chance here on earth to live. Let's make it about honoring Him and making His name known. Because you know what? Like I said, we're here to serve and we're here to save some souls. That's what, I got a friend, Ricky, that's what he always says. Let's go out and save some souls. And again, we're not doing it. God is working through us, but we can't just sit with our arms crossed and just complain. I know none of y'all who are watching a video like this would ever be in that posture. But the point is, what do we want to value? Saving souls. We want to value sharing the light with other people so they can see the light. If you've seen the light, like I've seen the light, then that's why I'm doing these videos. That's why I've got a YouTube channel. That's why our community exists. Life Transformed. If you want to know more about that, just let me know. But we are here to be the light and to save souls. That's why God put us here to honor. And we're honoring Him. Because look, I don't want anybody to go into Sulphur Lake. Jesus is coming back. He's coming back soon, I believe. So we've got a work to do. The harvest is plentiful, the workers are few. If you're really inspired by this video and you want to find out more about Life Transformed, reach out to me. I'd love to share. We have things called Serve Calls. We have a Path to Freedom call that you can learn more about what it is we're doing. Subscribe with the notification bell to receive regular updates. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button to see more like this. Comment down below. This can be with questions you have or answers to questions that you ask. We will see you the next time on this amazing journey from isolation to community, where the next step beyond is freedom.